All right.
All right, bring it up.
We do this with every guest, as you know, since you're a loyal listener.
Kevin knows.
Of Golf's Subpar. Emergency 9. Number 1, who would play you in a movie?
Ryan Reynolds. He's my doppelganger.
Oh, humble. Very humble answer. Ryan Reynolds.
God, you do love yourself. Oh, my God.
Between Gary Woodland and Kevin Chappell, who's got the... Gary just immediately, Denzel.
I mean, the strut is identical.
Oh, he's got the mean strut. We talked about that strut for a while. All right, quick follow-up to this. Doesn't count as one of the E9s. Title of your movie, go. Stumper.
It is a stumper.
Fresno's finest.
No, it's something about a broken back. Not Brokeback Mountain.
Okay, that was just too
not
much.
Brokeback Mountain.
That was just too much.
My neck, my back, and my back.
Mm-hmm. The man behind the beard. Okay. All right, you can work on that's a working title. We'll work into that. All right, 2, celebrity crush as a kid.
As a kid,
or now.
Or now, if you got one.
All right, so
I don't want to cause any problems in the home front.
So let's go now.
Okay, good.
This is, and you got to go on a little ride with me.
Because it's
not just a person.
Is she real?
It's a character.
Oh, it's a fictional character?
No, this is a real character.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she played it. Narwhal?
No.
Okay.
So Kristen Bell.
Okay, I know.
In the show House of Lies.
Oh, really? That exact character.
is my number one. My wife Elizabeth knows about her. We have.
I was about to say, is your wife aware that?
Yeah, we have a deal. And she's always like,
"Oh, that's a deal." Is that like the hall pass type of scenario? That's good that you got that brokered already.
I'm perfectly fine with this. I'm perfectly fine with it.
All right,
she plays a role.
She's giving it approval.
She plays a lawyer type. She's a boss. She's sexy. She's vulgar. She does it all.
This is great.
On to the next question.
I thought it was going to be like a name
happens.
like Jennifer Lopez next. No, but he's like, let me tell you why. Kristen Bell from House of Lies.
Because, I mean, Kristen Bell's very girl next door in real life, but in this, she plays a different role, which kind of takes her up a notch for me.
So the power kind of does it for you. Okay. All right.
All right.
Colt.
Aliens. Are they real or fake?
Real.
Why?
Because I believe it.
That's all you needed to hear.
First contact, them to us or us to them?
Them to us.
Has it already happened?
Yes.
When's the next contact?
Probably today.
You think someone's communicating with them right now?
Area 51, man.
Are you a guy conspiracy theory guy?
Big conspiracy theory guy.
That doesn't surprise me at all. And you're from Fresno. That's like a hub for where like weird stuff happens.
I'll get in these dark states, and I'll be like it's 4 a.m. I've just watched YouTube videos for 9 hours.
I get it.
What am I doing?
You are preaching to the choir. Yeah. Call me next time. We'll compare some videos. I got some ideas too, dude. We'll tackle this together. All right, number 4. Tour player most likely to be arrested in this calendar year. Go. And for what? On what charge?
I love these questions.
Yeah, this will test. This will test it. Look at the unicorn. The wheels are turning.
Someone's gonna get a DUI this year.
All right, who do you think it might be? Who likes to get behind that wheel after a couple pops?
I'm not gonna say it.
You're my favorite.
Number 5. What's the nerdiest thing about you?
Probably my costume box.
That's pretty nerdy actually, and it's already been kind of aired out. But yeah, that's good. What's the is this a weekly routine? Like, how often do these things come out? You just does your daughter come home and you're like, hey, guess what?
I'll be honest, I'm very fortunate. I have 2 homes, and my costume box in Seattle is a little stronger than Scottsdale, but Scottsdale's strong, and we have a lot more like areas we can walk to, bike to, short commutes to, and so like I'll wear a costume to Starbucks twice a week.
Oh, that's getting it done.
What do people say?
That's dad of the year stuff.
I mean, you're up in Seattle. It's kind of probably
normal. It is pretty normal.
Yeah.
But I mean, people have a laugh, and I'm like, oh, what are you laughing at? One of the funny stories about costumes is Wyatt and I, my son, we at American Express in Palm Springs this year, took the afternoon of Wednesday off. We went to El Paseo, and I'd found these wigs at my in-laws' house. My in-laws have a house there, and I have no idea why these wigs were there, but I put one on, and my son's like, Dad, take that off. Take that off. What are you doing? And I'm like, and because it bothered him so much, I naturally leave it on.
Yeah, you have to embarrass your kid.
And so by the time we left the house, he had one on. And so the 2 of us are wearing wigs. And so we would sit like in front of these storefronts where my wife and mother-in-law shopped, and I would record him talking to people. And so he'd like these group of girls would walk by and be like, hey, ladies. And they'd say hi. And then if they didn't comment on his wig, he'd be like, Dad, we got him. We got him. And so, And so that's one of my favorite costumes I have or situations I've
no
wanted
better father-son bonding than just dressing up like a couple of babes and heading down to the Starbucks. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Couple of babes.
Couple of babies just getting some coffee. You know what I'm talking about?
Let me rock this mullet and see what you have to say.
I'm the
about
old
it.
bearded lady at Starbucks. We tricked them, Dad.
By the way, I passed Wyatt at the Phoenix Open this year, and he still said, "Beat it, Colt," as I walked.
Oh,
by.
you got him trained up.
Great parenting.
Yeah.
We
Beat
might,
it, Colt. Not hi. How are you, Mr. Knost? Nothing.
Right.
Beat
right.
it.
Might be something in the Kool-Aid we feed him.
Yeah, it's true.
Possibly. Okay.
I love it. Number 6.
Number 6, most embarrassing moment on the golf course. I think I know one.
Go ahead, PGA Tour. Send me the fine.
Yeah, go ahead. Just you're in a safe space, dude. There's been a lot of embarrassing stories.
So this was at the Wyndham Championship in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yes.
This was my second year on tour, and I was having a terrible year, and I basically felt like I was on my way to missing my card. And I'm playing the practice round. I don't know who all was in the group. Brant Jobe is someone I know that was in the group. And we're on the 7th hole in a practice round. We're playing for $20, $50 max. And I hit a bad shot on this par 3, and I'm frustrated, got a lot of aggression towards the year, and I give it a club throw. And I throw this thing forward 40 yards. And it hits on a tee box, it lands on the grip and bounces dead left and goes into a group of guys, and it hits someone. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never felt so small in my life. I have to go apologize to these guys. And they handled it great. I mean, they couldn't have been better about the situation. I couldn't have felt worse. At the time, I'm sponsored by Ruth Chris. So I'm like going to my bag. I'm like, how many gift cards do I have in here? And I'm like pulling them out.
You
I'm
own
like,
10% of Ruth Chris.
Please don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Here you go, guys. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Here's dinner on me, And so I give it to them. Well, these guys proceeded to follow me. The next, I'm going to say I made the cut. I have no idea if I did. For 4 days. And I'm just like, every time I see them, I'm like, oh gosh, don't tell the story to that person right there. Don't tell the story to that person. And luckily, it really hasn't gotten out. But that was pretty embarrassing when you throw a club and it hits someone.
Yeah. What was the damage like? Any injury?
No injury.
Okay.
And they couldn't have handled it better. So I
All right.
felt okay about it.
There's
averted.
definitely been worse.
Disaster
on the
averted.
PGA Tour.
I don't know. You can't hit a fan with a club.
I know a certain someone in Cancun that slammed his club and the shaft broke and stuck into some guy's leg.
I know
And I
I know
also
a
know
broken
a
club that involves stitches in the dome piece, who you know as well.
Up in the Northwest.
Up in the northwest part of the United States.
So you're currently third.
So
on
that's
that list.
fine, dude. You're fine. Couple of bruises and you get a bunch of free meals at Ruth's Chris. Sign me up for that. I'll take a sandwich to the shin at any time.
I really wish you were still sponsored by them. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
All right, work on
incredible.
that.
The grizzly bear this guy gets a little hungry. Kind of sounds nice.
Yeah. He's coming out of hibernation.
Yep. All right. One thing you currently do not own, but would like to one day.
Man, that's a good question too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Those are
I've
deep
kind of
thinkers.
done things backwards in my life. So I turned pro. I buy the $120,000 car, and I'm like, yeah, this sucks. I can't drive over the curb on my way to the golf course. So
Was that
yeah,
the Jaguar?
yeah.
I remember that.
So this is out. And then, my wife and I decided to build our dream home, and we're like, oh yeah, this is fun, dream home. And we're get in it. We're like, is this dreamy to you?
Cool.
No, not
Still
really.
feel the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
still feel the same. Okay, let's sell
Just
that
more
too.
broke than
Yeah.
I was. Yeah.
Let's sell that too. So I'm not really
You're already selling the house in Washington?
coming back, Colt.
Oh my
I'm
God.
coming back.
Oh boy.
You are a little reverse career guy.
Yeah.
You spend all your money early on all the flashy stuff, and then later on you're like, I don't really need all this.
Yeah, so
gear.
I'm trying to figure out what I need in life. I know I need time with my family, and it's probably going to be experiences. So I'm going to join one of these like vacation groups, like an Inspirato.
Inspirato,
Yeah,
yeah.
Inspirato. Follow me.
yeah.
Shout
Shout out.
out
Yeah.
at your bro.
Mm-hmm. It's a good plug right now.
Hella nice.
It's a hella
God,
good
no.
deal. Yeah. Nice.
But first off, you seem like you are completely responsible with your money compared to some of our previous guests, aka the Rat,
Oh, dude, Barn Rat.
who earns
He's
$1
on
and spends
full
$7.
send. Full
Yeah,
send.
just having 2.5 humans that I'm responsible for. I have to think about them as well.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, the Rat. He ain't worried. He gets $1 million, spends $1 million. I remember when I first met you, had the big Jag on like 24s,
Yeah.
big dishes.
I mean,
and
if you
all
even
that stuff.
in that car, if you even looked at a curb, you'd hit it.
Yeah, that's just you're guaranteed that in a year that thing's not worth anything. It's like, yeah, here's my card.
I had a bunch of rims that looked like Swiss cheese.
Yeah, those things were toast. I remember that. Now you're like driving a Jeep Cherokee,
Yeah,
like regular Jeep.
beat it, guys.
All right, we got to skip number 8. You already answered it. Trade lives with someone. So I'm going to substitute because you already ruined this one. You already want to trade lives.
But I sang a song.
All right, you did sing a song, which was beautiful.
Yeah, you
by
did.
the way.
You got pipes.
All right, so Elizabeth, your wife, big Seattle Seahawks fan. You're a Niners fan. Big rivalry nowadays. Can you please explain to me how it goes when y'all watch games together? Because they say happy wife, happy life.
So neither of us will budge on who we root for. I tell you what, we went to Mexico this year together, without any kids, and they played each other. It was the first time they played each other, and it was an overtime game. Seattle ended up winning the game, but it was really funny how the game went and how the conversation went. And so whoever's team was winning, they would be like, "Oh man, if you guys could just stop getting so many penalties, you guys would be playing all right." And then my team would be winning, and I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, you guys missed 3 field goals. Like that's the difference in the game, And so we're always like kind of building each other up, and the Niners kind of mismanaged overtime, in my opinion. And so I about 2 minutes left in the overtime period, Seattle's getting ready to kick a field goal, and I gave her a kiss and said goodnight and didn't even watch the end of the game.
Oh, didn't even give her the pleasure of rubbing it in?
No, yeah. And, it's probably the best case for us to keep them separate. But funny thing is when we had kids, we were like, all right, we clearly have a rivalry here. Well, the Giants were good at the time in baseball. Rest in peace. So a big Giants fan. And so I was like, all right, if Wyatt can be a Giants fan, I'll let him be a Seahawks fan in football.
Okay.
And so
it's a fair trade.
So it was a nice trade-off. And so that was our thing. Well, your kids, they have their own agenda. And so he couldn't be a bigger 49er fan. And so it's just so funny. He is the worst person to watch a game with. I mean, the Niners score, and it's like, Mom, your team's losing. And just rubbing it in the whole time.
She 100% thinks you taught him all
Correct.
that.
And yeah, exactly. And so that's been fun to like kind of monitor that. And that actually what made the Super Bowl loss a little bit easier because he took it so hard. He's crying, the Niners are going to lose. And I'm like, buddy, it's okay. Your team's going to lose more than they're going to win. Let's just get used to this.
That was one last thing I was going to ask you was, did she root for the Niners in the Super Bowl?
So she's a much better spouse in terms of team rooting than I am. She rooted for the Niners.
That's very nice of her.
And I think it has something to do with my son. I'm not going to give her all the credit to lessening my blow, but I think he had something to do with it. But when the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, I do not root for them. I'll admit.
That's awesome.
That's fair.
All right, last one. Would you like to ask it, or would you like me to?
I'll go ahead and ask it. As a big fan of the show, 10-foot putt for your life. You know what's coming. Your life's on the line. The unicorn, the underwater unicorn, life on the line. 10-footer. Me or Colt, who you want putting it?
How many Red Bulls have been drank?
3, normal amount.
You're stable.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
I'm balanced out.
What's your state?
Perfect.
Colt.
07 prime.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Sleaze.
It's okay.
I believe in you.
Offense.
I believe in you.
I thought this is how my whole career has gone.
If you were gonna have one guy pick you,
thought it would be Chappie?
It'd be Chap.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
That
ends that segment for the whole year.
He's done it. That's all I got.